What is Muharram? Muharram is the first month of the Islamic calendar, and thus marks the start of the Islamic New Year. Muharram also holds a greater significance we know from the Holy Quran that Muharram is one of the four sacred months. The meaning of Muharram is forbidden, referring to the fact that it is one of the four sacred months. The meaning of Muharram is that it is one of the four sacred months in which warfare is forbidden. Muslims are encouraged to engage in increased worship during this holy month. When is Muharram 2024? Muharram is the first month of the Islamic calendar, also known as the lunar or Hijr calendar. The Islamic calendar is based on 12 lunar months. The sighting of a new moon determines the start of a new month. In 2024, Muharram begins on Sunday, 7th July 2024. During this blessed month, the rewards for our good deeds are multiplied, and any wrongdoing is more serious. Key dates in Muharram. First Muharram. The first Muharram marks the beginning of the new Islamic year. While there are no prescribed days of worship for Muslims to observe on the first of Muharram, Muslims may use it as a time to reflect on the journey and struggle of our beloved Prophet Muhammad and the Muslims of his time. The day of Ashura. The day of Ashura is observed on the 10th Muharram, is one of the most virtuous days of the Islamic year. The day of Ashura is the day in which the martyrdom of Imam Hussain, as in the Battle of Karbala, took place. It also commemorates when the Prophet Musa and the children of Israel were freed by Allah from the Pharaoh and his army. The 9th Muharram is an additional recommended fast for the day of Ashura, while the 11th Muharram is a day in which one can fast for the additional recommended fast if one missed the 9th. Why is Muharram commemorating? Muharram is commemorating as one of the four sacred months as ordained by Allah SWT. Its title is the month of Allah, which is why it's special and one of the most blessed in the Islamic calendar. The history of Muharram is extensive, and many important events have occurred in this month. There are many virtues of Muharram and simple things we can do to take advantage of the benefits of the sacred month. Here are some recommended actions or sunnah during Muharram. Keep a fast on the 9th and 10th Muharram, the day of Ashura, or on the 10th and 11th Muharram. Fasting expiates sins. The month of Muharram is steeped in both religious and historical significance for Muslims. Not only is it a month decreed by Allah SWT as sacred, it is the first month of the Islamic calendar, marking the Hijra emigration of the Muslims to Medina and the establishment of the first Islamic state in 622 C. Abu Huraira narrated that Allah's Messenger PBUH said, "The most virtuous fasting after the month of Ramadan is that of Allah's month of Al-Muharram, and the most virtuous salat after the obligatory is the night prayer." Tirmidhi, indeed, the number of months with Allah is 12 lunar months in the register of Allah from the day He created the heavens and the earth. Of these, 4 are sacred. That is the correct religion, i.e. way, so do not wrong yourselves during them. And fight against the disbelievers collectively as they fight against you collectively. And know that Allah is with the righteous who fear Him. Quran 936. What are the celebrations of Muharram? Muharram is one of the sacred months ordained by Allah. Therefore, it is a good time for Muslims to incorporate acts of sadaqah jariyah, nafil voluntary prayers, fasting, and Quran recitation. Muslims may also reflect upon the new year by visiting the mosque, reflecting on the past Islamic Hijri year, and spending time with their loved ones. Ashura. This is due to the Hadith when the Messenger of Allah PBUH fasted on the day of Ashura and told the people to fast. They said, "O Messenger of Allah, this is a day that is venerated by the Jews and Christians." The Messenger of Allah PBUH said, "Next year, if Allah wills, we will fast on the 9th day," but by the time the following year came, the Messenger of Allah PBUH had passed away. Muslim. The Prophet PBUH wanted to fast on the 9th. In order to differ from the people of the book. I never saw the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, so keen to fast any day and give it priority over any other than this day, the day of Ashura. And this month meaning Ramadan. Hadith Sahih Al-Bukhari. Virtues of Muharram. The sacred months offer us the opportunity to seek the mercy and favor of Allah SWT. Thus, there is an opportunity to gain more reward every day, but also the danger of gaining more sins with our bad deeds. There are many virtues of Muharram and simple things